Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I hope you're all as stoked as I am for the New World's release on August 31st. But before we get to that, there's still the closed beta that you can take part in, but more on that later. In this video we're gonna be talking about the class system in New Worlds. There are no particular traditional classes in New World whatsoever. Your character spawns in as a blank slate that you can fill in however you want. There are three main aspects that will decide how your character will play and basically define what class you are. These aspects are weapons, attributes, and armor. At release there will be 4 weapon categories and 11 weapons spread over these 4 categories, with possibly more weapons to be released in the future. The 11 weapons being sword and shield, rapier, hatchet, spear, great axe, warhammer, bow, musket, fire staff, life staff, and the ice gauntlet. Each of these weapons also have their own skill tree that you can gain proficiency in and put points in to unlock new skills and abilities. Do keep in mind though, that you can only have 3 active skills on your action bar, but don't worry about that too much as you can respec your skills as many times as you want for an in-game cost. When playing through the New World, you will be able to switch between 2 sets of weapons to mix and match abilities and be prepared for all kinds of scenarios. That means that you can be that Warhammer swinging handsome cleric that you want, but you have to keep attributes in mind. Attributes are the general 5 stats that govern all kinds of things, from damage output to mana regeneration and your maximum health. The 5 attributes being strength, dexterity, intelligence, focus, and constitution. Strength mainly being used for melee weapons and dexterity mainly being used for ranged weapons, but some melee weapons like the hatchet and the spear also scale off of dexterity. Intelligence will mainly be used for magic attacks like your fire staff or your ice gauntlet. Focus will mostly govern your mana regeneration and how quickly you can reuse your abilities on your action bar. And constitution will determine how many hits you can take before you get Eternum knocked out of you. Most weapons, their damage will scale off of 1 stat, while others will have a primary and a secondary stat to up the weapon's damage. For example, the musket, which scales primarily off of dexterity, but secondary from intelligence, meaning that both the dexterity and intelligence attribute will up the musket's damage. Spending these attribute points efficiently really is a key part on how your character will be played and how effective they will be in combat. And so it might be hard to make that handsome Warhammer swinging cleric with his life staff, as these weapons play off of completely different attributes. This does not mean, however, that this is impossible. I wholeheartedly support you, oh bunky healer man. Before we go on to the last part of the video, as a part of the New World Creator Program, I have received 4 closed beta keys that I can give away at leisure as I please, because Amazon Games is nice like that. Just like and react to this video and I will put your name into a bowl of randomness that I will pick 4 names out of in the next coming 2 days, which means that you still have about 12 days to play on the closed beta servers. Now, back to the video. The last part we're going to talk about is the armor system. Instead of each piece of armor being designed to be light, medium, or heavy armor, each piece of armor in the game has its own weight, and the total of the weight that you're wearing will determine if you're wearing light, normal, or heavy armor. And they all have their own bonuses and potential drawbacks. For example, light armor, you will roll dodge quicker, you will cover more distance while doing so, and you will get a 20% damage increase. But it will also mean that you cannot take as many hits. Medium armor is where you don't roll dodge anymore. You just get a quick backstab, and you still get a damage boost, but only 10% this time. Also, you get a crowd control buff that will let crowd control debuffs that you apply last 10% longer. And last but not least, we have heavy armor, and as you might have guessed, you don't really get to dodge anymore. You have a rather slow step back this time, but your blocking ability is increased by 15%. Also, the crowd control debuffs that you apply will last 20% longer this time. All these 3 aspects together will determine basically what your traditional class will be. It's a system that, in my opinion, allows for a lot of creative builds to have fun with and optimized builds to annihilate your enemies. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe, and we'll see you all in Aeternum.